Good morning, good morning. Okay, so just to continue from the halachas of Chol HaMoed, I hope everybody's having so far a fantastic Pesach. So yesterday we discussed the halachas, and a person should really be aware that Chol HaMoed is really a yontif, and there are most things. Technically we should start off by understanding that things are asr, and then try to find the heter. And there's a couple categories that are mutter, like we explained yesterday, of for Chol HaMoed. Something that is l'tzayir harabim, something that is a davar ha'aved. But these are heterim, that are against the general understanding that most things are asr, that it's really a yontif today and on Chol HaMoed. And that's the way the approach has to be towards the halacha, that it's probably asr unless that's mutter. So rather than the attitude that most people have that it's mutter. So somebody asked the question, is it permitted to go ahead and explain to his workforce? He has a couple software technicians and engineers who work under him, and he's paying them quite a lot of money. And if he doesn't tell them what to do in these 2 weeks, in these 2 days, it's going to be a loss of a couple $1,000, and all he's got to do is tell them what to do. So the first question is, are you even allowed to tell them what to do? And so the answer is, I believe in this case, telling them what to do and having them, anyways, you're paying for their services because they're your workers, and you have to pay them $1,000 a day or whatever it is. So in this case, I think that would be considered a davar of it, and it would be permitted. There are those opinions that say that having, that's not considered a davar of it. When you hired them, you understood that part of the days is Chol HaMoed, and that's what it is. However, nevertheless, it's perhaps we could be lenient over here and consider the davar of it, and therefore one would be permitted to go ahead and tell the software technicians what to do. A, that's heter number one. It's allowing you to work for a little bit, and B, it's another heter to have the goyim work for you. I would venture to say that might be permitted al davar of it. Again, it's not if there's two nekudos over here that are troubling me. Number one, it's the davar considering it as a davar of it. Let's say $1,000 is a davar of it. The question is, not every time. See, davar of it has to be that you had the money and it's causing a loss to you. So it's not that pshat is that you're not going to go ahead and gain. So losing your job is considered a davar of it or something like that. But again, not going to work and not getting paid for today is not considered a davar of it, like we said yesterday. So you have to go ahead and don each situation. Is this considered a davar of it? I have workers who are working for me and they're doing nothing because I didn't tell them what to do. So is the fact that a guy is allowed to work for him is also an issue. So all these things have to be decided and dealt with, and I think in this case it would be considered a davar of it. Other questions include, are you allowed to do a small house repairs and things like that? L'maisa, something that is not going to be used, there's couple concerns over here as well. If the item is not going to be necessary for Chol HaMoed or Yontif, then it is prohibited to do this house repair. For example, if you have a non-used the attic roof or something like that, something that's not going to be used over Pesach, the doorway to the attic, that even if it broke today, but nevertheless it's not going to be used over Yontif or Chol HaMoed or Yontif, it's also to go ahead and repair it, even if it's a minor repair. If, however, it's an item that could be reasonably assumed that it would be used over Chol HaMoed or the coming Yontif. For example, you have, let's say, on the main floor a closet door that one of the hinges came off, so the door is now swinging loosely. So in that case, it's not such a big repair, A. B, it's probably reasonably assumed that it could be used on Yontif. That's going to be mutter to fix. You can't do a major repair, you can't do demo, you can't build a house on Yontif, you can't have a professional work on Yontif, that would be prohibited. It's very possible that would be prohibited, but if it's a minor repair and it's probably going to be used, then it would be permitted. Both of those are only specifically if you didn't specify, I'm going to wait till Chol HaMoed. Oh, I have a couple days off. If you have a couple days off on Chol HaMoed, then, and you schedule the fix for then, like, I'll do all the house repairs on Chol HaMoed, that's also, you can't schedule it for Chol HaMoed, but if it happens to happen on Chol HaMoed, then you're allowed to go ahead and do minor repairs to your house on Chol HaMoed. Similarly, hanging up a picture in the main room or something like that, something that will be appreciated on Yontif, that's mutter. A major repair, such as, let's say, a plumbing, $1,000 job or something like that, chas v'shalom, unfortunately we had to do that. So I think that would be mutter, even though it's a major repair and it requires a professional, and they bring in, you can either go rotor, which they just come in with their, machines, or sometimes you need a real professional job, and they come in with a jet stream that costs $1,000 to bring them over. So I think that if it's something that you can't live without, like plumbing, that it would be mutter to get a guy to do it for you on Yantif, on Chol HaMoed. And that would be even a professional fix. Otherwise, tomorrow we'll discuss laundry and haircuts and other things, but have a great Chol HaMoed.